What should we do with our resin scraps? I took all of the scraps that I have. If I cut blanks on the table saw, I get all of the offcuts. Some of the blanks are too short to use or whatever, so I got all of those. I sanded them up, and then we put them in a mold and cast resin into them on the live show that we do called Saturday Morning Cartoons. We made this blank on there. Go check out the show, and we get it on the lathe. This is my Easy Wood chuck with the cold jaws on it. It works awesome to hold bigger pieces like this. Just be careful and have it supported as much as you can. I use a Forcher bit to kind of mark the spot where I want my mortise. The part that sticks out in the middle is just about as deep as I want it, so it just gives me a place to go to. It kind of gives me guidelines. So once I get that turned down, it's going to be deep enough. And since at the end of this thing, I'm going to turn it back around in the cold jaws, then I really don't have to sand this up on the bottom or be very neat right now. I'm using a detailer right now from Easy Wood Tools, and it also has a negative rake cutter on it. It works awesome for getting these mortises just right. And then at the end of it, how I do it is I just get the jaw that I'm going to use and see if it fits in there. This Easy Wood chuck is super cool, and I'm not even going to speed it up or anything. I'm not in a hurry right now, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to change the jaws over. Hopefully that showed you how awesome the jaws are. Right now I'm using the Easy Wood Tools finisher with a negative rake on it. I can't say enough how much those negative rakes help you turn without getting chip out and stuff like that. And I'll just kind of let you watch how those ribbons fly right off of there. The tool I'm using here is a number 1 hollower from Easy Wood Tools, also with a negative rake on it. It gets in there and tears stuff up. It works very, very well. It leaves some grooves, and I'll show you how to fix that stuff in a minute. I'm just going to continue with the number 1 hollower until I get the basic shape that I want. And as you can see, it's kind of got some grooves in there, but you just keep on going and go slowly and get the shape that you want. Now, I was measuring the wall thickness and stuff. It's pretty thick, but I was wanting to be able to see through this bowl and see all the scrap in there. But once you get down to where you get the shape how you want it, what I do then is I get a pro finisher with a negative rate cutter on it. That circle on the diameter of that is pretty large, so all the grooves that you made with the number one hollower and even the regular finisher, you can go ahead and just get those out with this thing. Just run it back and forth, and then I did leave a little bit of grooves in this because I'm going to be doing a sanding video and I wanted to exaggerate some things. I'll talk about that in a minute. Like I was saying, I did make a sanding tutorial video on how to sand and polish resin to a glass finish. That's going to be out at the same time as this video, so at the end of this video I'll have it in the end screen, so go ahead and check that out. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to do it really quickly in a nutshell. We're going to sand to 1000. We're going to put Yorkshire grit microfine on there, and then we're going to use buffing wheels, and you're going to see that at the end. I flipped this bowl back around in the coal jaws so that I could clean up the bottom of it. It makes the project so much better when you do that. But once again, be very careful when you're doing that. You can see I have the back of it supported with the tailstock, and I keep that there as long as I can. The very end of it, I kind of clean up with the turning tools just a little bit, as you can see there. I just kind of clean it up until it's good. And then I'm going to go on the sanding process that I did before. Just a quick note, I am using dust collection and I am wearing an Air Shield Pro. I always do that when I'm turning, and it helps out a lot. Buffing wheels are the last step before we're finished. The Yorkshire grit is not a finish, but the last wheel on the buffing wheels is carnauba wax, so that's going to be your finish. I'll take this opportunity while I'm doing this buffing to tell you, hey, thank you for watching this video, and if you got something out of it, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button and leave me a comment and all that stuff, and hopefully you found something else to do with your scrap offcuts of resin. And man, this thing turned out pretty cool.